What's up, y'all? So today we have this 2018 Jeep Cherokee, and we're going to be diagnosing some fault codes, trouble codes. We're pulling it up on the scanner as we speak. Give me a second. Let's load it up. All right, y'all. So you can see active grill shutter performance is what we are dealing with here. So we're going to try to see if we can figure out what's the meaning of this. Get some information. P1D73. This is causing our check engine light to come on. All right, y'all. So as y'all can see, we got this bumper somewhat halfway taken apart. Normally, I would have just taken this whole bumper apart to access this here damaged grill shutter, which ended up being the problem. If you can check here, this here where the actuator connects to these little fins, it's got damaged and it was jamming the actuator. So we ended up replacing the whole unit. As you can see, this is the new unit in here. I've already got it just kind of hooked up. I just plugged it in for now just to do a test run. And we got it working, closing and opening like it should. But like I said, the reason why I didn't take this bumper off and the reason why we're doing this job in the first place was because it looks like the client had an accident somewhere on this side of the vehicle, and they got some body work done here, which is not allowing me to release this because this is literally like bondoed on here, and you can see it's starting to crack. I don't know if it's going to hold up because I kind of got it stressed out the way I had to try to get to it to get the bumper, but this is the best thing that I could do to prevent from just totally breaking it off. And they're probably going to have to get this repatched up or rebondoed or whatever, because there's no bolts holding this in. This is purely held on by bondo. So I'm going to have to remount this thing up without trying to break it. But this is why I kind of essentially took it down this way without taking the whole bumper off. But I did end up taking this side off to get to it a little better. So apparently they had got into some kind of fender bender, which thus ended up damaging this unit and causing this fault code to appear that we're here troubleshooting. So once we get this thing all reassembled, it should, for the most part, be good to go as far as that code go, and hopefully we can get the submissions. We do have two like other codes that is appearing that's related to like the steering or whatever, so we may end up having to fix that in order to get this thing to pass submissions. It's crazy because if you got a check engine light on, you won't pass, and you know some of this stuff has nothing to do with the emissions. But this somewhat to some degree does have something to do with emissions because they want the engine to heat up to a certain degree, certain temperature based on, I guess, the weather conditions, so that it can run at optimal performance, creating a cleaner emissions, quote unquote. So to me it's pretty useless. They're putting these on these new vehicles. These old vehicles run just fine without them. This is just another accessory to brake that's used furthermore as a service just to get your emissions or whatever have you to clear your check engine light. So man, they're not making these cars like they used to be, like they used to. I mean, you can see, guys, I've been doing a whole lot of Mopar lately. We got this, this Jeep here. Then I've got, the Charger. And then we got that Jeep up there, which I just did a camshaft on. And then not only that, y'all, I got this one right here. This 1500, all Dodge, all neat work, And sadly, this is probably the most reliable thing out of all of them, and it has like 200 and something plus thousand miles on it. And this, I deem this, all it needs is a thermostat, which is to be expected because this truck is just sitting for months on end. Don't really get driven much, so it's to be expected for that to happen. But this stuff here, like this is just kind of unnecessary, y'all. And then not to mention that Jeep that I got up there, which these are the newest ones that need the most work. The Charger it really all it needs is struts, which is wear and tear cosmetic. I mean, you know, wear and tear item. You know what I'm saying? So it's, you know, it's a 2013 up there. That one is a 2014. This is a 2018. That is a 07. So just to kind of give you guys some ideas, you know, as they're making these new cars just pretty flimsy. I mean, just look at this bumper, man. Like, this is just... Anyway, y'all, let me get this thing reassembled so we can clear this light and get on to the next procedure, and hopefully get this check engine light to stay off long enough to get the emissions done, because here in Georgia, you got to have an emissions inspection in order to get your registration tag sticker to be able to illegally drive on the road. So that's really why we're even fixing this in the first place, the main reason. And I'm sure they want to get rid of that check engine light, which, like I said, they got other codes too. So don't know if that's going to prompt the check engine light, but we'll see when we get further into it. Let's focus on just putting this thing back together. But I just wanted to show you guys that may have this code. This may or may not be, you know, related to your symptoms, but it's going to be related to this here fan strutter device. You know, either the actuator or the blim doors themselves that could get jammed or stuck. So this is some stuff you want to look into. And the best way to get to it is to remove the bumper. And then this thing essentially just kind of snaps into these tabs and then is mounted in there, held in there on each little corner of it with, I think, 6mm screws that kind of secures it to this grill. So that's all I'm gonna be doing essentially to get it put back together, and then snapping these tabs back in to lock it. So you see you got the little squares there, so they just snap in. But let me get to work and get this thing back.